got these bitches growing, and I got these bitches growing, and I got these bitches growing, fucking up my gold.
Trash Talk emerged as one of the most electrifying bands of the 2000s punk scene, fusing hardcore energy with an unstoppable DIY ethic. But despite their explosive performances and a loyal cult following, Trash Talk never quite reached the heights of mainstream fame. Why? Let's break down their story, from their groundbreaking beginnings to their lasting legacy.
Trash Talk in a black hawk, it's the shit that make all the kids pull the cats out.
Trash Talk emerged from the gritty streets of Sacramento, California, in 2005, with a mission to disrupt the status quo. In a scene flooded with bands trying to replicate the hardcore sounds of the 80s, Trash Talk found their niche by embracing chaos as their identity. Their music was an explosion of raw punk energy, deeply rooted in DIY ethics and driven by a fierce, take-no-prisoners attitude. Their 2006 debut EP, Plagues, was a short, sharp shock to the hardcore scene. Clocking in at under 10 minutes, the EP showcased a ferocious blend of aggression, speed, and unapologetically dark lyricism. This release set the tone for their career, brief, blistering, and brutal. From the start, Trash Talk's DIY spirit resonated with fans of underground punk. They self-released their records, booked their own tours, and prioritized playing intimate, often chaotic shows in basements, garages, and small venues.
Trash Talk in a black hawk, it's the shit that make all the kids pull the cats out.
Trash Talk's first full-length album, Walking Disease, dropped in 2007 and built upon the foundation laid by Plagues. With tracks like Worthless Nights and Sacramento is Dead, the album painted a grim picture of their environment and mindset. It became a manifesto for disillusioned youth, resonating with fans tired of polished, overproduced music. This release also marked the beginning of their reputation as one of the most energetic and unpredictable live acts. Their shows were known for their anarchic energy, with vocalist Lee Spielman often breaking down the barriers between the stage and the audience. Crowdsurfing, mosh pits, and total mayhem were the norms, not exceptions. It was the kind of energy that couldn't be bottled or replicated. Trash Talk had started to carve out their place in the punk landscape, but the world outside the hardcore bubble still hadn't caught on.
Trash Talk in a black hawk, it's the shit that make all the kids pull the cats out.
2011 marked a turning point for Trash Talk. They caught the attention of the Odd Future Collective, a group known for its rebellious, boundary-pushing hip-hop. This unlikely partnership with Odd Future gave Trash Talk access to a broader, more diverse audience. Their 2012 album, 119, was released under Odd Future Records, a move that shocked hardcore purists but opened up new opportunities. 119 was a polished yet still intensely raw record, blending the band's hardcore roots with experimental elements. Tracks like FEBN, alongside Exile on Broadway, were still true to the Trash Talk ethos, but appealed to fans outside the traditional punk scene. Collaborating with Odd Future brought Trash Talk into the world of skate culture, streetwear, and hip-hop, giving them a cultural crossover that many hardcore bands never achieve. One track that stood out from this era was Blossom and Burn, showcased the seamless fusion of Trash Talk's raw, unrelenting hardcore energy with the lyrical prowess of Odd Future members Tyler, the Creator, and Haji. The track brought two distinct worlds together, hard-hitting guitar riffs and crushing drums alongside Tyler and Haji's gritty, in-your-face rap verses. It was a rare moment where hardcore punk and hip-hop truly intertwined, resonating with fans from both sides and epitomizing the experimental spirit of 119. This bold approach made by both Odd Future and Trash Talk was beloved by punk fans and hip-hop enthusiasts.
Trash Talk in a black hawk, it's the shit that make all the kids pull the cats out.
At their peak, Trash Talk's live performances were a force of nature. Their sets were often less than 20 minutes long but packed with adrenaline and destruction. Whether it was an underground club, a festival stage, or even guerrilla shows in skate parks, the band gave everything they had, every single time. They weren't just playing music, they were creating an experience, an unfiltered release of energy and rage. Fans loved them for this relentless approach, but it also took a toll. The band's reputation for intensity came with challenges, constant touring, the physical demands of their shows, and the pressure to always deliver chaos. For a band that thrived on breaking rules, maintaining momentum was never going to be easy.
Trash talk in the black hawk. It's the shit that make all the kids pull the cats out.
Yo, got all the black bitches back, cause my main bitch vanilla. She tryna get a room, grab my stuff, grab the umbrella.
Despite their crossover success, Trash Talk never quite broke into mainstream consciousness. By the late 2010s, the band's output slowed, and their once rabid fanbase began to dwindle. While they continued to release music and play shows, the spark that defined their early years seemed to dim. Some attributed this to the band's reluctance to evolve their sound, while others believed that hardcore punk's niche appeal simply couldn't sustain long-term stardom. Their last notable release, Tangle, 2016, was a return to their roots, fast, furious, and unapologetic. However, without the momentum of earlier years, it didn't make the same impact. The band had gone from being on the brink of something bigger to feeling like an artifact of a bygone era.
Trash talk in the black hawk. It's the shit that make all the kids pull the cats out.
In the end, Trash Talk will always hold a special place in the hearts of those who experienced their music and energy firsthand. They were a band that wasn't afraid to push boundaries, challenge norms, and embrace chaos. And for that, they deserve to be remembered as one of the most underrated bands of their era. Trash Talk may not have reached the heights they seemed destined for, but they left behind a legacy that speaks volumes. They are a reminder that success isn't always measured by fame or fortune. Sometimes, it's about making an impact, however small, however fleeting, and staying true to who you are. And Trash Talk did exactly that.
Mellow as the ocean, hype like my nerves is. It's mellow hype in my elephant circuits. Music waiter, I serve you like a clerk did.